Imagine the heartbreak of losing a beloved horse, stolen in broad daylight. This is the story of Parnell McNamara, a deputy U.S. Marshal, and his relentless pursuit of justice. In June 1996, thieves targeted the McNamara family stable in Bosqueville, Texas, stealing 2 horses, including Marissa McNamara's cherished mare, Penny. Horse trading is common in Central Texas, and the sight of men loading horses into trailers didn't raise suspicion. It was a clever operation, hidden in plain sight. Parnell McNamara, a tall, leathery man with steely gray eyes, received the devastating call from his daughter while transporting criminals to federal prison. Despite his stoic demeanor, the desperation in Marissa's voice struck a primal nerve. Stealing a horse was a personal violation, akin to kidnapping a child. Parnell rushed back to Waco, determined not to let justice take its slow course. He and his brother Mike, also a deputy U.S. Marshal, sprang into action. They printed and distributed posters, offering a $2,000 reward for the return of the horses. Crime Stoppers added another $1,000 and aired a reenactment on local news. The McNamaras formed an old-fashioned posse, including Secret Service agent Robert Blossman, Assistant U.S. Attorney Bill Johnston, and Special Ranger Eddie Foreman. This posse was a throwback to frontier lawmen who understood the unbreakable bond between man and horse. In the 19th century, stealing a horse was a death sentence. In 1874, an outraged mob in Belton shot 9 suspected horse thieves. The law of the frontier brooked no excuse for horse rustlers. The community of Bosqueville was outraged. 5 other horse thefts had been reported in the past 9 months, and stolen horses were rarely recovered. Without brands or identifying marks, proving ownership was difficult. DNA testing was too costly and time-consuming for every suspected stolen horse. Leslie Wilch, a Baylor graduate student, lamented the lenient laws. Stealing a horse was no worse than stealing a TV set, with minimal punishment for first-time offenders. Thieves often sold stolen horses at auction barns, where they were quickly sold as workhorses or for slaughter. Horse meat was a gourmet item in some European markets. To avoid incriminating evidence, thieves sometimes crippled identifiable horses, ensuring they were sold for slaughter. The Texas legislature passed a law in 1997 to inspect horses purchased by slaughterhouses, but some stolen animals still slipped through. Lonesome Dave Snyder, a cowboy living in McNamara's stables, expressed the deep bond between man and horse. He kept watch with a shotgun and a hangman's noose. The posse, led by Eddie Foreman, was relentless. Foreman, a former cowhand, understood the emotional bond between man and horse. The McNamara's dedication to law enforcement was a family tradition. Their father, T.P. McNamara, had run the U.S. Marshal's office in Waco for 37 years. Parnell and Mike joined the U.S. Marshal's service in 1970, waiving all pensions and benefits to stay in Waco. Their duties included tracking fugitives and serving warrants. Bill Johnston and Robert Blossman, also sons of lawmen, shared the McNamara's dedication. They often collaborated on cases, producing spectacular results. The most infamous case was serial killer Kenneth McDuff, whom the McNamaras and Johnston helped capture after his parole in 1989. The posse's investigation into the horse thefts led them to 2 prime suspects, Gary Hochtel and Lonnie McNew, drifters from Ohio. Hochtel, a horse trader, and McNew, a trainer, had acquired properties in Central Texas and were suspected of selling horses with phony registration papers. The posse gathered evidence, including phony papers and witness testimonies, linking Hochtel and McNew to the thefts. A breakthrough came when Teresa Irwin, who had bought a horse from McNew, discovered the registration papers were fake. Teresa recorded a conversation with Hochtel, who revealed the scam and implicated McNew. This provided the posse with crucial evidence. The posse obtained search warrants and found incriminating evidence at Hochtel and McNew's properties, including phony certificates and a videotape. Hochtel admitted to altering registration papers but denied stealing horses. A polygraph test suggested he was lying about the thefts. The investigation revealed that the stolen horses were sold at an auction barn. Penny was slaughtered, but Mr. Decknote was recovered, albeit in poor condition. In October 1997, Hochtel and McNew pleaded guilty to federal fraud charges. Hochtel received 10 months in prison, while McNew got probation. This case marked the first time a stolen horse led to a federal conviction. The McNamara's relentless pursuit of justice ensured that horse thieves would think twice before targeting their community again. Justice rides with the McNamaras.